What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Dylan Mathews back at it again with another hometown take. We back, y'all. We got to be full-fledged for the football season. And what was supposed to be a celebration of the Falcons season starting, what was supposed to be a great Sunday here in the ATL, week 1 in your home stadium, taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers, a team you feel like you should have beat, and they lose. 18-10 the final score, and the defense didn't even give up a touchdown, y'all. The defense did not even give up a touchdown, and the Falcons lose 18-10. Falcons do score 1 touchdown, but it's crazy how sports work. The irony of sports is crazy. The storylines and how storylines just make themselves is crazy. Russell Wilson hurts his calf in practice, re-injures what was a nagging calf injury. He can't go. Justin Fields has to start, and we know going into the offseason when the Falcons knew they were going to get another quarterback, Justin Fields, Kirk Cousins, they were both linked heavily to the Atlanta Falcons. Obviously, Big Kirko starts. Obviously, he comes here. The Falcons sign him. And then you got Justin Fields and Arthur Smith, who Arthur Smith could have drafted Justin Fields when they had the 4th overall pick. He didn't. He obviously drafted Kyle Pitts. And we know the rest is history there. But it's just crazy how the storylines play out. And again, the other storyline about this, we at least expected. We didn't know a whole lot of what was going to happen with the starters because, again, they didn't play the preseason. We'll talk about more about that in a minute. But one thing I think we as Falcons fans all probably felt comfortable about, and at least somewhat comfortable about, was Kirk Cousins. And we feel like as a veteran QB who's been here before, even though he didn't play any preseason, we thought, okay, he should still be fine. He should still be able to go out there and at least have a solid game. No, he absolutely sells the first game. Kirk Cousins sold the first game, y'all. Game 1, Big Kirko Perk Thug is out there selling. 2 interceptions and 1 in the 4th quarter with about 3.5 minutes to go or something like that. He absolutely sells it. So it is hard to believe what honestly I just saw. Kirk Cousins, 2 interceptions on the day. I don't know, he didn't even get the 200 passing yards. They don't have the stats updated on ESPN yet. I don't know why. I guess it's because it's right after the game. But still, this is just crazy. You think having that veteran QB coming in, we're at least going to be somewhat fine on offense. You know, I didn't expect us to drop 30 necessarily today. Knew we were going up against a good defense, but 2 interceptions and then the fumble too, which also might have been Kirk's fault. I'm not ready to put that completely on Kirk, but still, this offense and Kirk Cousins looked like they did not play in the preseason, and they looked like they needed to play in the preseason. Point blank, period. This offense did not look like it was ready. This offense looked like it was knocking a lot of rust off, and they just were not ready to go, period. And it's crazy because that first drive, they looked good, and it stalled out, and they had to kick a field goal. But see, the first drive was okay. We working, let's go. But then as the game went on, it just seemed to get worse and worse and worse. It's really crazy. And then look, I know that Steelers defense made adjustments, and kudos to them. They made adjustments, and my goodness. While we're talking about the Steelers defense, let's talk about T.J. Watt and how he absolutely devoured Caleb McGarry's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Caleb McGarry couldn't do nothing with T.J. Watt, and that was a major concern for me because we know Caleb McGarry, how strong he is, and the thing with Caleb McGarry, and we know at this point, especially after today's game, this just is what it is. If Caleb McGarry can get his hands on you, you're not getting by him. If he can get his hands on you, get a grip on you, you're not getting by him. However, if you're fast enough to get by Caleb McGarry like T.J. Watt is, then you're going to have a field day against him because he just does not have the foot speed. He does not have the footwork. He is not quick enough, not fleet of foot enough as an offensive lineman, as a right tackle to deal with the premier pass rushers that have good speed, like the T.J. Watts, like the Nick Bosa's, like the Myles Garrett's. And he absolutely could do nothing with T.J. Watt today. And, of course, the game's in on a T.J. Watt sack of Kirk Cousins. So, man, look, I will say this to get to a little bit of a brighter note. Shout out to the defense. Defense held it down, gave the Falcons offense opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. Matt Judon had a big sack. Grady Jarrett had a big sack. Defense made some big plays, got some big stops. Again, didn't even allow a touchdown, gave up 6 field goals, less than 20 points. Anytime your defense gives up 20 points or less, you should win the game. And if they don't, I'm usually putting that on the offense. And again, we have 3 turnovers on offense, 2 bad interceptions by Kirk Cousins. This game was sold by Kirk. This game was sold by the offense. And they got to fix it. They got to fix it. Kaleb McGarry, you got to get your shit together because we're going up against another good defensive line next week, Monday Night Football in Philly. So get your shit together. And you thought the Steeler crowd was loud today in Mercedes-Benz Stadium? The Philly crowd in Philly is going to be even worse. So I got to turn the radio up, though. I got about to start doing my job here. But I'll wrap it up by saying this. This team has a lot to figure out, and this team has a lot of work to do. Point blank, period. And I appreciate y'all tuning in. Let me know how you feel about the game. Let me know how you feel about. Give me your thoughts on the game. And until I talk to you guys next time, like, comment, subscribe. You know what it is. We're here for all football season. Until I talk to y'all next time. Peace.